Ladies and gents, welcome back. Vancouver, Canada has become a very interesting place, to say the least. They have all kinds of problems, whether it's dealing with homelessness, mental illness. I'm not talking about their counselors. I'm talking about people that will shout at you as you walk down the street. Those might be one and the same. But we're talking about also the chronically addicted, and I'm gonna, just for the sake of saying in YouTube today, because we're YouTube friendly, we're not gonna use the words that are describing the actual things. I'm gonna talk about it as the hard stuff throughout the course of this video, because last time I spoke about the things by their name, well, I got spanked. Now here we are in Vancouver. Gunn bringing this to everyone's attention. Welcome to Vancouver, the only city in North America currently serving stuff I can't say out loud. Now, I'll say, well, the first one here is used to be the main ingredient of Coca-Cola, and then it goes severely downhill from there in broad daylight with no consequences from the city or police. And this is him standing out front of a shop where they openly have a sign saying what it is that they have on the menu. The only things on the menu here, of course, well, you can read it for yourself. Have at her. But this is definitely a scary thing to see moving forward in Vancouver. Now, this is a move that they've been touting as the best move to get the addicted out of the situation that they're currently in. Now, safe injection sites were apparently going to do that. However, that just made the situation worse. Now we have this making it legal to sell these items openly is supposed to help the situation, of course. Since decriminalizing all of these substances, it's only gotten worse. But Gunn, of course, is a filmmaker. He's a social commentator, advocate for taxpayers and common sense, and he's made films on these subjects, and especially considering the Vancouver situation with his film, Vancouver is Dying. And here's a little bit of the trailer for that.
You shouldn't have to walk down the street looking over your shoulder, but that's the way it is now.
You just kind of get used to this being part of what it means to be a Vancouverite. This isn't normal, and this is actually something wrong, and that we should hold our political leaders accountable for presiding over something that is clearly not okay.
We had a good city in the 90s. What the f happened, man?
What is happening to Vancouver? One of the wealthiest and most naturally beautiful cities in all of North America has been beset by skyrocketing crime, violent attacks, and a crippling battle with addiction that's literally left thousands of people dead. But what is at the root of all these problems? Do police have the tools they need to do their jobs? Are violent offenders being released with little to no regard for public safety? And has an ideological obsession with so-called safe supply and free drugs overshadowed the desperate need for treatment, recovery, and rehabilitation?
Harm reduction. Somebody's got a sense of humor, man. Because that shit ain't...
Okay, well, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can check out the trailer for yourself. But there's a lot of good information in this film that describes exactly what's going on and how this actually plays out when these policies are put in place. What actually goes down with the actual use on the streets. And here's a little excerpt from the film talking about exactly that, talking about what happens when they give away these things to people on the streets, and what use does it actually get put to?
The idea of safe supply is meant to replace an individual's addiction to more dangerous street drugs with those supplied by the government. But in practice, is this how it actually works?
The safe supply drugs such as like Dilaudid and Excedrin and stuff, you have people that are getting that, and they'll only take one before they go to the doctor for a urine test, because the doctors will check to make sure that you're taking it, right? The rest of it gets sold on the black market. Like, I've even heard of college students and high school students in this area in general purchasing those safe supply drugs off of dealers that sell all of the harder narcotics that are creating the problem that we see in the downtown east side.
So they're reselling the dope the dealers who are paying, $1 a pill are taking those to other jurisdictions around the city and selling them for $20 a pill.
Oh, in Surrey right now, they're $5 a pill all day, even upwards of 7 and 10. It depends on the ebb and flow of the demand.
This is unbelievable. So what they're saying, in a sense, is that the government itself is the safe supplier of these substances, the hard stuff, to children indirectly through the dealers that deal the hard stuff to the actual people that are afflicted with addiction in this case. Now, I gotta be, like I said, I gotta be careful about what I say on the platform, because and you have to watch out on all the platforms. Here's Aaron Gunn saying Facebook just censored and deleted this identical post for going against their community standards. Very grateful that Twitter, on the other hand, has become a platform for free speech and open debate since its takeover by Elon Musk. And this, of course, is this post, the one that I showed right at the very beginning of this video. But yeah, you have to be careful about what you say, what you put in the title, what's going on in your video, because, well, it'll either get taken down, you'll get spanked, or, it'll get deranked, it'll get derated, and it won't go out. It won't get the reach that it ought to. But this has been an ongoing issue on social media, and it's amazing that we're not allowed to talk about the things that they want to be so open in public, in the public space and public display here, where there's a sign out for everybody to read. And yeah, you only have to be 18 years old to get this stuff. Amazing that alcohol and cigarettes and whatnot, you have to be 19 years old, but you only have to be 18-year-old to get the hard stuff. It's unreal. You can't make this up, folks. Anyway, we have this amazing article about two counselors that were upset with the open, flagrant use of the hard stuff on the streets, that they went out and they sought out to do their own little protest in a unique way. North Cowichan Councilors Bruce Finley and Tech Manhas spent several hours set up on front of Island Health's overdose prevention site on York, drinking beer in public on April 25th to draw attention to their concerns that consuming the hard stuff in public is no longer illegal. So two North Cowichan councilors drank beer in public to make a point. And this is the whole idea, is like, it's actually still illegal to be out in public drinking beers. I know I believe that they made an exception during COVID. I'm not sure if those have been lifted, but you have counselors here that obviously know the laws in their local area, where they're not allowed to go out and enjoy a beverage that is completely legal to purchase, completely normal. It's been kind of normal in our society for some time with some regulation, but they're out there doing that, which is an illegal offense, while just across the street, people are doing the hard stuff openly. And, well, the big issue with this is not just that they're doing it openly in particular areas. When they've had enough of that particular area, they retreat to children's playgrounds. This is something that even David Eby was bringing up recently. But hey, he's all on board with this idea of making the hard stuff completely legal in Canada. Again, I can't stress this enough. It's insane that this is where we are today, right here. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation with, well, first it came with the safe injection sites, which was, again, and I've stressed this in my live streams and other times when I've been discussing this. It was based on the Amsterdam model, which was done privately. It was done through, it was a legal means of allowing the churches to help people out in a private sense, without the idea of being able to turn people away, having social ostracism, things like this. These programs do not work. If it's set forward by the government, everyone has a right to the facility, which is not in any way how these systems work. You need a system of support if you want to get people off of the hard stuff, and get people back into a normal way of life. You need to have incentives for them. If you just create incentives for them to have a place where they can safely do it with no consequences, well, that's the opposite of an incentive. That's the wrong way to go with this. But anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Do you think that British Columbia making all the hard stuff completely legal, and then even opening up storefronts, or allowing the open storefronts be available in Vancouver? Do you think this is the right step, or do you think this is in the wrong direction? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.